Okay, so here's a quick overview of Yolked Up, which is a website that I was challenged to make by Christy Price. So Yolked Up is a fake project brief that Christy made for me. The idea is that I can do my best to make a website for this fake client in 90 minutes or less. And so if you want to see the full 90 minutes of me working on this website, you can go to jenmaher.expert, click on challenges, and then when you scroll down, you'll see there's the sneak peek, and then this is the full 90 minute. That's actually an hour and 36 minutes because I did talk for a couple minutes, and then I went over because I got obsessed towards the end. I got obsessed a lot through the whole project, but okay, so here's the mock client brief that Christy gave me. So you can kind of read it online on my website if you'd like to, but basically it's Yolked Up. It's like a retro style brunch cafe. After doing the website, I looked back and I feel like I was so mad because I did miss email campaigns. Obviously I didn't do, I kind of feel like I didn't do the chrome, 70s chrome part or the neon, but still love this website. It's still a lot of fun for me to do. So here's the quick overview. Basically, I just started with this homepage and I spent way too much time in Canva creating assets. The idea is usually that, obviously, if this is a real client, I would make mock things based on what I think that unless they have their own content, obviously, but I like to make up my own content in Canva and then kind of encourage them to think, this is what I think would be really, really great on their site. So maybe you either need to go out and outsource these pictures and videos and things that you can purchase, or that you yourself can create. So I think there's a ton of potential for a website like this to make some really fun images, and Christy even put that in her in the challenge description. A lot of the imagery would be really, really fun, but unfortunately those images of hungover people at brunch don't really exist. So this would be something that this is a real client. I would probably make them go out and say, let's gather some friends and make up our own pictures and videos. But in this case, I just started off by going into Canva and kind of creating some of these pieces. For instance, this girl, I just removed the background behind her. The disco ball was something that I put in place a little bit later, and it's actually just a GIF, whatever you want to call it. But I started off kind of layering, wanted to get the idea that obviously this is a food truck, but I decided that they probably had wooden tables out in front so people could actually sit and enjoy their brunch, because you want it to be sort of a destination even though it is a food truck. So this was just an unsplashed picture. Obviously this is just a scrolling block behind, kind of layering everything with the layering ability within Squarespace, kind of moving things forward and back so that we have this nice layered effect. And the reason we put the disco ball there, we meaning me, is because we really wanted, there's the disco balls back here that I think are fantastic, just using the art background. And then we had a lot of this glittery, there was just a lot down here, and I felt like there was nothing up top to kind of marry it together. So I decided to put this disco ball in. And it kind of plays in with the start your day, the loud way is the tagline that Christy wanted to use. And I think that this definitely looks like a loud way to start your day when you're hungover. So other than that, we're just kind of layering some different, I used AI to come up with a little bit of sarcastic language, just basically said I need an opening statement for this website, and that their marketing style was kind of more sarcastic, and they did a really good job of putting this kind of cheeky content verbiage in here for us. We have the menu, a link to the menu, and then also a link to actually find the truck, because we wanted to have a truck tracker page. Here we just have some images using an image reel block, and then I did add this after the video because I'm obsessed, and I realized that I liked the idea of having this white chunk here with the orange around it, but I felt like we were missing that same balance down here. So I did add a place to book the truck, kind of just basically duplicated this section and brought it down so that we had a little bit of the white space, pictures white space, and then we go back into the color. So with finding the truck, we actually ended up, and this is just a picture in the background, a transparent picture that I put in over the background so that the color still showed up, but it was just this kind of glittery piece. This, again, like I said, was the art. So it's just in the background art, and I just added up a custom image instead of using the presets. But then in the calendar for the food tracker, rather than just typically using a Google Maps area, we actually created, again, meaning me and my all the people living in my mind, created an events page called Tracker. And so then in the events, we can actually, within the event, could actually put in the location so that people could click on it. Like when you go into view where it's at, you can actually still use the Google Map functionality, so it'll take you right there where you need to be, but it was kind of a little bit of an easier way to present it in this calendar format. So on the Truck Tracker page, we just have a calendar block here with a shape block behind it, and then you can kind of very quickly at a glance would be able to see, like instead of event one, it would probably say the location. So it might say like Old Town Elkhorn or like downtown or the Old Market or whatever area they were going to be in. And then people could actually click to learn more about where they were. And I think that that is fantastic because then we could also just kind of save this section and put it right there on the homepage too. So that Truck Tracker, they can still use the map functionality, but it's just a way for us to kind of have it in several different places throughout the site. I wanted to keep that same kind of glittery feel through the rest of the site, and we're definitely keeping it bold. So for all of the subpages, we actually just used a separate section by itself. I put in the background image of this kind of glittery thing and toggled off the fill screen and just had it be 2 rows, and then saved this by clicking the heart, saved it to the site so I could use it and duplicate it on all the other pages too. So when you go to like the Just Fun page, again, I just inserted it in the Just Fun page. We actually just added, I thought that this would be a great place for them to add in their playlist, because that actually would kind of help dwell time. People would visit the website a little bit more if they really had great playlists. Then that helps with their traffic, which would help with SEO. So I added the Just Fun page, and I probably should have listened to my client a little bit better and actually been focusing on the email campaigns instead of things like the Just Fun, but that's okay. I'll get better by the next challenge. Gallery page, again, that's just gonna be, I didn't even put the pictures in here really, but that would just be where I would have my client actually upload some really great pictures that they took on their own, and then also invite people to put their own pictures in. And so in this area, we actually kind of created, I'll just put that in there. So kind of, you can see that that's where the opening verbiage should actually be. And then we created this submit your own, which would be a form where they could upload their own files and have a little permission. They have permission to use it. The menu page, I did not put the full menu in. I just have a few things that I had AI grab for us, but I did not put pictures in. I just kind of rushed through this a little bit. But we did use anchor links so that if someone wanted, like for instance, to see the feeling fancy part of the menu, they could click on it and it would just take them directly to that section. And yeah, that's kind of it. I mean, there was a lot more as we build it, but if you want to see the full way that I built the site, you can just go on over to jenmaher.expert, go to the challenge page, come down here, and here's that full video that you can watch. And stay tuned because there will be quite a few more challenges coming up. I'm excited to do them.